Hello everyone, welcome to Worship Media. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell.
Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome to our show today. I hope you've got your friends that you can send this to, so go ahead and send it to them. Go ahead and share this video, share this broadcast. That way we can all come together and share our opinions. NK Sonia Pius, thank you so much for coming. Good afternoon, Yemi Olowu. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting for so long today. It's one of those days when you have a lot on your mind because tomorrow Moyle Shore is gonna be in court, and so you just have so much going on, and we've been praying for him, but coupled with that, we've been also engaging with a lot of people. As I speak with you right now, people are on their way to Abuja, to show their solidarity, to show their support. We're going to conduct ourselves very civil, very peaceful, but we just hope that guy in blue will behave himself in court. We are also not ignorant of the fact that DSS, because of what happened last time, they are going to try to come up with some other measures. So we are very, very mindful of them. Hold on, let me just fix this volume thing so that people who call me will not be able to disturb us with their noise. So everybody, thank you so much for coming. Today, it's so hard. Every time I try to talk about, people say, oh, why don't you talk about, things, the positive things, interesting things about Nigeria, things that are happening in Nigeria. It is really very hard to do that because I'm telling you, every time I turn my radar towards Nigeria, all I hear is just terrible news, terrible news. Listen, if there are 200 things, items of news that I hear, and only 5 of them are good news, I mean, that tells you, do you know what it means? Out of 200, you're getting only about 5. That is very, very terrible. That is absolutely very, very terrible. That's a little percentage that are actually positive news coming out of a place. So that's what's happening to me. You look around, you want to see good things that are, and where these things are happening, it's always the same place. It's happening out of Abuja, it's happening out of Lagos, it's happening out of the big cities, Enugu, Port Harcourt, sometimes, but it's always centralized around Abuja. Why? Because the money is coming up from there. And from where? From the politicians, from the political class. And how come this money is always coming out of them? It only has to be money that comes out of corrupt means. Because the money that is distributed in Abuja is not actually supposed to be spent in Abuja. In case we don't know, Abuja is Federal Capital Territory. There is a minister of the Federal Capital Territory who acts like the governor of a state. So when they share the resources, or when they have their allocations, okay, from the Federal Reserve, Abuja receives its own. And so that is supposed to be the money that goes around in Abuja. But it's not the case. The case here is that the different states, when they get their allocation, and you would even think that these days it can be transferred electronically, it is shared inside Abuja. Before the money that is meant for the construction of a culvert, I'm not even talking about a bridge, a culvert, before the money meant for construction of a culvert in a local government gets to that local government, that money has been shared in Abuja. After sharing it in Abuja, because that's where the contract will be awarded, you would think that they will relate with people who are contractors, who are business people in that state, who know the area. No. They'll give it to one contractor who doesn't even know the state. They're in Abuja. After they give it in Abuja, when they pay money for it, the contractor will get some money, but then the money will be shared there. The senator or House of Reps or whoever will get their own share. The Ministry of Works and Housing will get their own. So many other people will get the money. This small money that is left, by the time it comes to the state governor will get his own money. The Ministry of Health, Ministry of Works in the state will cut their own off. So many other parastatals will cut off their own. And then it comes to the local government chairman, and the local government chairman will cut his own money. After the local government chairman has cut his own money, before it now gets to be executed, by the time the contractor is getting to execute the contract, a contract that maybe 50 million was earmarked for will get to be executed with maybe 5 million. And I kid you not, this is the reality. So when they're doing a contract of 50 million with 5 million, guess what will happen? It will be shoddy, it will be substandard, and that is why the buildings collapse. I was watching a video. If you go on our Worship Media, you see a building that collapsed. A story building, I think a 2-story building. And from what the guys were saying, you know, it's a place down in the east. I was saying, oh my goodness, these are my people. You know, it's not done. There's no inspection. Of course, they don't inspect any buildings. They don't inspect any construction. If they come to inspect the construction, the builder will just give them money and they just go away. That's what you find. So it is difficult. Please, I plead with you. When you see me talk about these things, it's because that's the reality of our people. You cannot expect me to focus on the 5% when the 95% are suffering. No, I can't do that. I'm not impressed. What do you want me to share news about you spraying money or buying a Lamborghini and then you're driving it in a road that is... I mean, come on now. No, we can't begin to celebrate that. I saw a picture that one guy, he took a picture, very, very, very interesting picture. Took a picture of himself, you know, sipping wine with his girlfriend in front of a heap of rubbish. And that for me represents the situation of our country. I'm telling you. It's just, there's just like I put out there. There's a before I talk about that, there's a picture of the Speaker of the House, and he had bulletproof on him. Bulletproof on him. What is he afraid of? If they are doing good things, why would he be wearing bulletproof? I'm not saying he should not safeguard himself, but I think they are beginning to feel the heat. I think they're beginning to realize that the people are angry. I think they're beginning to realize that this revolution is very imminent. It is very, very imminent. I can tell you, people are this close to a revolution, except the government changes, except the government embarks on a drastic action. The real revolution will happen. This one that we're telling them about revolution, we're saying revolution now. We are trying to sensitize you. We are the mouthpiece of the public. You don't have to hate us. You need to listen to us and change. When somebody comes to preach to you about the evil that you're doing, you don't kill the messenger. You listen to him and you change. That's what we are doing. We are the watchdog of the society. We are telling you where it is paining your people. And what we expect you to do, government, is to listen to us and change. If you change, there may be hope for you. But it looks like the way you're going, there's no more hope for you. So this revolution is imminent. And remember, like I will tell you all the time, revolution is never announced. Any revolution that is announced with date, time, and venue, you know it very well. You and I know it very well. It is just a rehearsal. It is just an indication of what is coming. It is for you to be able to it is for you to be able to change your ways. All right. So that is what that's what we're doing, because the real revolution will not be televised. So when you hear them sing their song and they say the revolution will not be televised, it will not be on the radio, it will not be in the news, because you will not know. Nobody blows the whistle. One thing just happens. Just what you see, like when they had the xenophobia thing, it is an instant thing. It happens. It is not coordinated. It is not that somebody here somebody in Kaduna will be talking to somebody in Lagos, and the person in Lagos will talk to the person in Enugu, and they will say, oh, by 12 o'clock, we're going to start a revolution. No, it just starts. It just starts. When I was living in Onitsha in those days, the day they did Boys Oye, Boys Oye, Oye, that's what they call it. The day they did that against criminals in Onitsha, nobody planned it. I remember I was coming back from school. The next thing, there was a riot all over Onitsha. They pulled out, they know where all of them are. They went to the hotels where they were. They went to their houses. They burnt. Oh my God, that as a kid, I saw what I never want my eyes to see or my kids to see. They burnt so many people. They burnt so many houses. I'm telling you, all over Onitsha, it happened. Nobody asked them. Nobody could stop them. Police could not. It was, if you see the amount of people that were on the street, no police could stop them. No army could stop them. That is the kind of thing that will happen in Nigeria if the government does not change. So Asore goes to court tomorrow. I have said it before, we're not expecting so much from the government. They have continued to be stubborn, but I've encouraged you by a couple of videos I did a couple of days ago to be patient and to try to walk like people who understand this our God. I don't care your religion, I don't care what you believe in, but if you believe in God, I believe that is a very mighty God, then you will know that God does not make mistakes. For God to allow what we're doing to just be in vain, for God to allow Shore to suffer in vain, for God to allow DSS and the government and the judiciary and everybody to trample on us and treat us like we don't have it, that means God is no longer God. But if God is God and God rules over the affairs of men, I want you to be confident that God knows what is going on and he knows what he is doing. And so if he sees it was not time for Shore to come out, we will not be disappointed. We will know that that's the way God wants it. Sometimes God hardens the heart of the ruler or the oppressor or the tyrant. God hardens their heart like he did in the Bible, like he did with Pharaoh. Pharaoh was so stubborn. He was telling Pharaoh, let my people go. But the Bible says that it wasn't God that was telling Pharaoh to let my people go. It was Moses that was telling Pharaoh to let my people go. I know they will always be disappointed that whenever the man said, okay, I will let your people go, whenever they wanted to go, he will do something to bring them back. And then they'll bring one plague will happen to him. But the interesting thing is that the same Bible said that God already hardened the heart of Pharaoh. So I'm thinking, if God already hardened the heart of Pharaoh, it's just because Moses did not know. That's why they kept on. They kept on trying and telling him, just let these people go. But Pharaoh's heart was hardened so that when God brings about his downfall, it will be total. So I guess that's what's happening to Buhari now. They've been begging him, let this young man go. He said no. Let this young man go. He said no. And he's continued to harden his heart. They will continue to commit blunder. So tomorrow, what am I expecting? I'm expecting them to commit another blunder. Honestly, these guys, I expect them to commit a blunder. What I would consider as a surprise is if they just grant him bail. That will come to me as a surprise. I'll be very happy. But that is what I will consider a surprise. But if they find another reason to say he will continue to stay in detention, if they postpone the case to 2 months from now and say Shore should be taken back, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if they bring Sowore to court in chains tomorrow. I will not be surprised if they will just do something to humiliate him. And to do it, they would have paid all the newspapers. They would make such a big deal out of it. They will provoke him. They would want to stir up trouble. They would even want to arrest some of our comrades who are there. These are the things that these guys, because they don't disappoint you. Mind you, they have no plans in any way to release Sowore, not through an order from the court, not through an order from anybody. They don't want to release him. See, you must come from an understanding. You have to understand that these guys do not want to release Sowore. Why? Because they are afraid of him. That's the simple truth. They are afraid of him. If you think they're not afraid of him, go and watch that video where they were dragging him. Immediately he started talking. Those guys, they are such stupid cowards. The guy was he bent away from the camera. He was dragging him like this, dragging him from under, hiding his face and dragging him from under. That's only a coward that acts like that. What you should have done when you know your power and you know you're in your right, go there, go stand in front of the cameras and say, "Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. We have to stop this interview." Read their rights for them. Tell them, listen, the right prohibits whatever the law prohibits him to speak to the press. But because it is not prohibited, they didn't have anything to say. They didn't. They just did not want him to talk. Why? Because they are afraid. They are afraid that this guy will say something that will put all of them in trouble. So what they are doing is a kangaroo trial. You already know that. They are afraid of letting Sowore walk free, because every single hour that Sowore is free in Nigeria is an hour of misery for them, for the whole country, because you know Sowore will talk. You cannot cow him down. You cannot subdue him. So the only way to do it is to use state power to bring him down. So that's what they are doing. All their propaganda is not working. It's not working. The more you try to put him down, the more you try to write wrong things about him, the more people get to know about him. So many people who didn't know about Sowore, now they know about him. The international community is now interested. Like I told you before, so many letters have been written. Letters that would not have been written if you allowed the young man to go around free. Now, a lot of my friends who did not like Sowore in the first place, one of them said, "Chidi, haba. You know, say I don't like this man. But these people are now forcing me to like him. That's the only other alternative I have. Because I cannot be on their side. Because they are silly, they are stupid, they are morons. So my only other alternative is to stick with Sowore." So many people are now on Sowore's side. Go to Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is a core Biafra radio. They don't joke. They don't just write about anything. Go to Radio Biafra, you see a post about Omoyele Sowore. That shows you that this thing has gone over to another gear. And I'm not joking. I know a lot of you guys here are people who don't like me because I support Sowore, and you know, you guys think I'm anti-Biafra, which is not true. But I'm just telling you this so that you be on the same track with every other person. This has gone beyond Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore is now a symbol of our struggle. Just like Nnamdi Kanu is a symbol of the struggle that we have in Nigeria. Just like El Zakzaky, it's a symbol of the struggle. It does not mean that you agree with these people. It does not mean that you like them. But what they are going through in the hands of the federal government represents what every other Nigerian can go through. So don't think that you're not concerned because, oh, Sowore is not your man. Oh, Sowore is not from your tribe. No. Because what they are doing to him, they are doing to so many other people. So what you should do is injustice to one is injustice to everybody else. All the intimidation, all the harassment, is it right? If it is not right, then you must speak up against it. So we are waiting. We're waiting to see what will happen tomorrow in court. They have tried to intimidate everybody. They have threatened a judge. They have moved the case to another judge who they think that they cannot, who they think they can control. And we are watching that judge. And I hope the judge knows that the whole of Nigeria is under trial in her court. I hope she realizes that her life is being watched. I hope she realizes that her credibility, whatever she has built through the years as a judge, is going to be put under trial tomorrow. What she did, I know it's in Nigeria where the judge has absolute power. Other places, there's a jury that listens to a case and the judge is just the umpire. In Nigeria, the judge is absolute. Whatever, and will betide you when the judge is bought over. And in this case, this judge is doing everything, not to even to discourage us from thinking that she's bought over. She's doing everything to make us believe that she's been bought over. And this is where we will stand till we see different. Since they have decided that Sowore is guilty until proven innocent, we have decided that that judge is compromised, is bought over until proven otherwise. That is how I rest my case. You do your own, we do our own. As far as we are concerned, the judge for Sowore has already been compromised, has already been bought over. We are not expecting a good judgment from her. She has to prove us otherwise, because Sowore is going into that case tomorrow already condemned, already sentenced, already. It will just take a miracle. And that's what we're praying for. And that is what is at stake right now. And we will see who will have the upper hand, whether it is DSS or it is God. But we must understand the ways of God, because the ways of God are not the ways of man. Sometimes it makes you win the battle, but you have not won the war. God wins the war. Finally, he is the one that will win this war, because they've been having their little wins in all the battles. Battle to free Sowore. The court gave an order to release him. They refused, so they think they won that. Every small battle, they think they are winning. God is allowing them. God is giving them a long rope to change, and they are not changing. But the final battle, the whole war, when we summarize it, we will know who will win that war. And like I promised you, I'll be standing in front of this camera to analyze for you how we won that war. All right. Now, I also want to talk about Buhari in South Africa. You know, Buhari in South Africa, I just had to touch on it because I saw that IPOB was demonstrating in Pretoria against Buhari's visit. I would have thought that the president of South Africa would have been the one coming to Nigeria to plead with Buhari, you know, for forgiveness. But there you go, Buhari goes to South Africa, who has just killed its people just not long ago, to go for economic discussions. And during the economic discussions, they now have bilateral talk and they issue statements bilaterally. But you will not hear Buhari say any strong things against South Africa. If it was another country, and if it was US, by now the president of US will not be visiting South Africa. And South Africa was claiming that it wasn't even Nigeria that that suffered that attack, trying to just, you know, trivialize the whole thing. South African president said, oh, it's not only Nigerians, other people too. suffered. So I'm thinking, oh, you're saying that we should not shout, we should not cry because it wasn't only us. Should anybody even suffer in the hands of your country people? And so you would have expected that our president will go there and will not even go there. Why is he going there? How many weeks ago? It's not long ago. And he had to go there because of this the summit that is holding there. I mean, whatever they are organizing. You go there and you tell them, oh yeah, it's one of those things that happen, diplomatic, blah 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 blah, and then you just come back and for it is okay. I've told you people, if it was Fulani headsmen that were in South Africa and those shops that were looted were cows, if it was cows that South Africans carried, like you see somebody running with cow like this running, if it was cows that they carried in that place, if Nigeria does not send their jet fighters, those jet fighters that they bought from India, that is like small planes that they used to deliver gifts. If it was cows belonging to Fulani cattle rearers and headsmen and their Alhajis that was killed in South Africa, you would have seen how Nigeria would respond. Nigeria would have responded differently. So we know why the president will go to South Africa instead of the South African president coming here to beg him. So we're not surprised. But I guess from the riots the protests that happened there, I guess he will get a sense of how people are feeling. The thing that's happening to this government, and I don't pity them. And they know it, because at home, they are in total control. At home, they can do anything they want. They have their stooges, they have soldiers, they have police, they have SSS, they have all kinds of people. They have them everywhere that answer to their beck and call, and they arm them with guns. And they do anything that they want in Nigeria, but outside, it's not the same thing. And it is outside. In other countries, their internal affairs is more important to them than external affairs. In Nigeria, external affairs is more important to us. Nigeria will actually go to another country that has insulted us or that has driven away their citizens. We will go there to beg them not to feel sad than deal with our problems in our country. So when you embarrass the Nigerian government outside, I'm telling you, they feel more concerned than when you do it inside. And what's happening right now is that all over the world, just the Shore event is embarrassing them terribly. All over the world, people are protesting. All over the world, IPOB is protesting. And anytime this happens, the world's attention is directed to the government of Nigeria. And they don't like it, because that's where they come to hide the monies that they steal in Nigeria. That's where they come to buy houses. That's where they come to invest in banks. And whenever we do this protest, whenever they see us on the TV or on the social media, it trends. It trends on Twitter. That is the world order right now. It raises a red flag, and so the world's attention is turned towards you in a bad way. They don't want to be seen near you, so they avoid you. They don't include you in conferences. They don't invite you for talks. They probe your ministers. They probe your members of House of Senate and House of Representatives. That's what happens. Whenever you travel, they go after you people. Anything you want to do, they go after you, because they know that your human rights record is very, very bad. So I encourage us to keep doing it until they start listening. We will continue to keep showing the world what is happening in Nigeria. We are not lying. We're not putting down the name of the government. We are just telling them the truth. Yes, there are good people in Nigeria. There are so many good things that happen in Nigeria, but the bad things outweigh the good things. And the bad things are what is giving us a bad name. We cannot begin to patch our bad name when the government is not willing to do anything about it. And people tell me, oh, it's the people, it's not the government. Oh, is it not the government? Okay, if it's the people now, then let the government just leave the people to determine their own fate. If we say that our road is bad, what else do you want us to do? You don't want to listen to us. You have to do a research and set a 10-man panel to know that the Enugu-Onitsha road is bad. Haven't I been talking about it? Isn't that where I come from? Don't I know that it is true? Every day people call me, they show me pictures. Let me even talk about the place that I know. Is it not the government that is responsible? Isn't that the federal government? Who is in charge of the federal government? Is it not Buhari? So every time you see us jabbing him, every time you see us holding him responsible, that is what he signed up to do. When you become the chief executive, the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, that is who you are. The buck stops on your table. You are responsible for anything that happens in Nigeria. Leadership is all about responsibility. That is all. If you don't understand that about leadership, you should go back and wear leadership diapers. You're not ready. You mustn't be. Okay, people make excuses for Buhari, say, he's trying, No. Leadership of a country like Nigeria is not for someone who is trying. We don't pass trying. Waiting. You think we are doing testing? We are still in the woman's shop saying, Madam, give me testing. No, give me that one, that akara. No, that one. Give me fish. No, the head fish. Give me small, make I taste. Malam, give me small suya. We're not doing testing in Nigeria. We are buying the real thing. Madam, no. Give me suya, the big tozo or tozo. No, give me yaji. Put that inside. Put pepper. Actually, double am. How much that one? That one are chicken suya. Put that. The other one, waiting. The tongue. Put the tongue. That's where we are. We're going for the best. What are you saying? Oga? No. Waiting. That one. Point and kill. That one. Is it for sale? That big one. Now that one I want. Yes. We did for table number 5. Pieces and do pepper soup. Bring that for us. That's why we are in Nigeria. We're no longer doing testing. You say, make we try. The man is trying. No. Get the hell out of the way. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. That's why we are in Nigeria. I'm telling you. Don't mind me when you see me, when I start joking about it, because, it's just a crazy comedy that they do in Nigeria. So sometimes you're serious, you just enter one comedy mode. It's only when you're talking about Nigeria. I'm telling you. Nigeria is such a crazy place that policemen will take the laws into their hands and go and burn houses, 17 houses in a community. This is the same community. They used to come to that community. They say they have people who are drug dealers in the community. So they know that they are drug dealers. They come into the community and they collect money from them and they go. They leave them to do their business. Then they come and they collect money and they go. So one day the community people will say, what's your own? And who is the person that's always showing you where we are? It's somebody that is amongst us. So they know that these are bad. They have bad cops. Bad cops, when they seize drugs from drug dealers, they take that drug and they still sell it and they keep the money. Bad cops, when they raid a place and they stumble upon 5 million naira, they just submit 1 million naira. They share the 4 million. These are bad cops. They're all over the world, all over, not only in Nigeria, every other place. They are bad cops. And criminals, anytime they get an opportunity, they kill a bad cop. They don't have any remorse about it. Because the bad cops, they know that these cops know what they're doing. They know that these cops rat on them. They know that these cops are used to eliminate them. So they don't regard them as cops. I'm telling you. They also know the good cops. So when these bad cops kept going into this village in, what was this place? In Abia State. they went there, and when they went to this place, and they were collecting money from these guys. And when they came again to collect money from them, they said, no, Mba, it's not happening again. It's not happening again. They killed the policeman, and they killed the person who brought them to the place. I don't subscribe to violence. All this kill for Nigeria is too much. But these policemen, do you know how they deal with them? If any of them quarrels with them, they just come and carry that person. Next thing, they shoot the person, kill the person, throw them inside the river. You don't want to hear a story about extrajudicial killings in Nigeria. That's how they arrest. You see them arrest somebody and they say it's a criminal. Then halfway from the place to the police station, they just push the person. The person say no, they push the person. I don't know if you watched one video where one guy was grabbing a policeman and cry. I think a military guy grabbing him, say no, I won't let you go. I won't let you go, because they know that immediately he starts running, they will shoot him, and then they will say he escaped, that he was shot when he was trying to escape. We know that is the normal thing in Nigeria. That's a template that we all know. That's how it's done in Nigeria. They'll say he was shot while trying to escape. Then they will put him behind a police van, and then they will put guns. They have tons of guns in the police station. They just put it amongst those people. Just spread a lot of ammunition. Just call policemen and interview them. That's the regular thing that happens. So these guys got the police people. They kill the policeman. They kill the informant who brings the policeman to them. And then the police people came back and burnt people's houses by themselves. That is the kind of society that you have. A society where the military kills the police kills the civilians. Police is going on rampage because one policeman was killed. Do you know how many people in that community in Abia State alone that police people have killed? I'm not saying that it's a justification for them to kill anybody, but it's very funny that when they asked, was it the DP or the spokesperson there, he said even if they came, that's what the police person said, that if the police boss there said that even if they came to steal money, is that why they should kill them? Even if the policemen came to collect money from them, is that why they should kill them? Why? You don't understand. Whatever the guys are doing, which you already know, and you don't want to stop, you just come and collect money from them. So they've been giving you money. They've been giving you money. It's you guys are partners in crime. So I don't even regard you as police people anymore. So when all of a sudden, the guy has been suffering. The guy has been giving you money. Then one day you come and tell him, oh boy, you have to give me your whole money. He say, bro, this is all I have. I've given you everything now. He say, you collect that money from them. Then you come back again. His whole livelihood. The guy will kill you. You already know he's a criminal. So why are you surprised? So this is the kind of Nigeria that we have. I'm telling you. It's not that there are no good things in Nigeria like I told you, but yeah, you can focus on that. You people that have all the money, just you focus on that. But for us, no. We want equality for the poor people in Nigeria. They are the ones suffering. We cannot just go in about celebrating ourselves, having our parties, doing all of that, and yet the poor masses, the ones that are the most vulnerable, they are there suffering. Tomorrow, if you are in Abuja, within the vicinity of Abuja, if you can make it to the High Court, it will be appreciated. We're asking all of you to make it there. Let me use this opportunity. I forgot, the last time I had told you guys that if you go there and you send me a picture, I will send you a token. And so two guys, those of them that listen to my broadcast, two of them listened to me, and they were there in court, and they took a selfie of them right there in court that very first time I said it. And I responded and I sent them 10,000 naira just to appreciate them for going to court. That is nothing, but I just had to announce it to really appreciate them and to also encourage all those of you who are within the vicinity of Abuja. I don't want to say that I'm going to pay you, because that's not what this is all about, but please go there and support people, support Omoyele Sowore. It makes a lot of difference when there are so many people there and they see his supporters, then they know that they just can't rough handle him. Okay, so please, let's go there and support Omoyele Sowore. I'm going to stop here right now. I want to encourage you to always like our page and to share this. This is just to encourage us to keep doing what we're doing. I love all of you that keep sending your prayers. You text me. My number is still +1 647 989 2837. People always say, Chidi, why do you give your number online? It's very dangerous. Well, that's the one number I have. It's my business number. It's my social media number. It's a number that I use all the time, and I try my best to live one life. I don't have any cockroaches in my cupboard. What you see is what you get. I'm the same thing all over the place. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I try my best. All right. Love you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.